quiet.
Welcome to the Powertrip podcast live. You're now tuned in to our Thursday evening chat with your hosts,
Charmaine.
and Saquon.
Hello, everyone.
What's up, people? What's up to our new guests? Hello. Don't be shy tonight. Welcome.
Yes.
If you haven't, please like and subscribe to this video. Subscribe to our channel as well.
Mm-hmm. And before we get into the episode for tonight, for all of you guys who don't know, and for those of you who've been rocking with us week after week, every Thursday evening, we get together for a Thursday evening chat where we discuss controversial topics surrounding family, relationships, and community. We have three main goals. Our first goal is to strengthen communication skills within our community. Our second goal is to expand our perspectives so that we can gain a greater understanding. And third, and most important, is that we want to build exceptional families that will continue to uplift the world around us.
Right.
So with that being said, hello. Thank you guys for rocking with us another day.
Yes. Thanks for joining.
Hey, boobies.
What's up, Janae?
All right, let me do the quick share on Facebook. How's everybody's evening going? Okay, share.
I hope it's going well for everybody.
Same.
So far, I was just going good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Overall.
It's just hot as ever outside.
Guys, 115 was the high today.
Yes, 115. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Aunt Chi-Chi.
Hey, Aunt Chi-Chi. No, this is the same channel.
Is this a new channel?
Is this on a different page?
I don't know. Is it on a different page?
Unless I shared it. Hold on. Let me take a double look. Was I sharing it from the abstract page?
I don't know. I guess so.
I did?
You might have did.
Okay. So.
I don't know where you shared it from. My link isn't though.
The link I sent?
Maybe.
Let me see. How's everybody doing anyway? As I explore what I did.
Either page is fine. It's all right.
Hi, Aunt Linda. Thank you.
Hey.
Hope you're having a wonderful night. Oh, I did.
Yes,
I shared it from Abstract.
You did?
Okay. Yeah. So this is Saquon's business page, and that business sponsors the Powertrip podcast.
Right.
So the episode is it's released on both the Powertrip channel and Abstract Control channel.
Yes. So anytime that we're live, you can always watch them on both.
Yeah. So wherever you're tuning in from, hey. Thank you all for joining. Hi, Aunt Yvonne.
Hello, Aunt Yvonne. What's up?
How's everybody doing? So I guess we can jump into the topic tonight. We kind of touched on it a little bit when we were, I think we were talking about dating, or should you have friends of the opposite sex? Or we either did like one of our, you guys know the cards that we do, the questions from. I think that was one of the questions. So we kind of briefly touched on it. But today we are going to discuss what happens if your significant other does not like your friends, or even vice versa. What if your friends don't like your significant other? Good one, huh?
Way to throw something in it.
Yes.
It says abstract.
Okay,
yes, it's abstract control. If you see in the top right corner, it always have the cat, abstract control. But anyway, yes, let's get into that.
Okay.
Let's start off. I guess let's just say experience. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever had a friend of mine that you just wasn't feeling?
Not that like I really just disliked. More so it was just I felt like some of your friends weren't necessarily on the same trajectory as I wanted us to be on, or you to be, like your goals. I just felt like they didn't necessarily align with some of the people that you were around.
Okay.
And not necessarily to say like they weren't going to be successful or things like that. It was just some of their actions that I didn't like.
Right.
And then especially being in a relationship, it's like I've always wanted to hang around other couples and people who, have similar mindsets and kind of can also understand what you're going through as a man in a committed relationship.
So you're speaking of trajectory as far as our relationship, not success.
Both. So it's not just that they may have not been successful. It's also like even with us, for example, we met each other in undergrad. So we weren't necessarily just successful right off the bat, but I listened to you. I heard your goals, your ambitions. I seen the work you put in. And then being around your friends, it's like I was around a lot. So I could hear them and what they're talking about, what their interests are and what, goals or lack thereof that they have.
Right. So therefore, you felt like them not necessarily being aligned with what I was passionate about or deeply interested in, and it was kind of holding me back for myself.
Yeah. Hey, colleague. Hey, G.
What's up, colleague and G?
Yeah. So, I always said this to you: birds of a feather flock together. And to me, I think it's true. Even if not everything, you may not do everything that your friends do,
right?
But obviously, there's some type of common thread, or you guys wouldn't be friends. And same with me and my friends. So, excuse me. So to me, it's like also you don't want to always be the smartest person in your circle,
right?
Because the saying goes like the 5 people you're around. Well, that's kind of where you're going to be at in life.
Yeah.
So to me, it wasn't like, when I used to tell you things, it wasn't like, oh, ditch your friends because they're not doing nothing. But it was more so like, okay, you have to kind of see what they're doing and their actions and align it with, is that what you're doing in your life?
Right. Or what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, Miss Amelia.
Hi, Miss Amelia.
Chichi says, let's see. Easy. They don't have to like each other, but they need to be respectful of each other for my sake. Unless there's some serious red flags that I need to be made aware of. Okay. What do you think about that?
I agree. So especially if these are my friends prior to us being together, then it's kind of like, okay, well, let's understand for one, where's the disconnect? Why don't you like them? Why don't they like you? And try to unwrap that. Is it like just personalities don't mesh? Or is it like you're looking at, like I was kind of talking about, morals and values and things like that, and seeing like it just doesn't match up? So like Chichi said, it's kind of like, okay, well, this is who I'm bringing. Like, this is part of my tribe.
Right.
And this is how you're, meeting me, and you chose to date me knowing this is my tribe. So it's kind of like, okay, let's just be respectful. You don't have to necessarily agree. And, I'm not going to do certain things or be around them if they're doing certain things that you don't necessarily like, or that, I personally wouldn't like myself. So I think it's just really about being respectful. And then if an incident did happen or something occurred, then it would really be to tease out, okay, what's right, what's wrong in this situation, and then go from there.
Okay.
Hey, Mom.
Okay. So question based off what Aunt Chichi is saying, right? Because I could understand what you're saying, some personality things. If somebody just annoying or whatever,
right,
or
just
you don't like the way that they talk or whatever the case may be, that's little.
Right.
Do you think that, I mean, based on what you're saying about, how you felt about my friends and things like that, would morality be considered a red flag?
It would, because like if you think about like being close knit with your friends, like all my friends, all my friends can call you, like I trust you with my friends, and like you got to have a good relationship with them. So for me, it's like if we're gonna, get married, build a family, and things like that, and these are going to be people in our home and in our circle, or when we go through things, these are the people that you're going to for a listening ear. I would want them to be people of good morale, to where I know they're going to give you, good level-headed advice versus, based off their own actions.
Right.
Well, I don't think the advice would be that great. But even still, it's like I could still be around these people. I can still get along with them. I don't dislike them. It's just that, as far as friends, I don't want that to be your only circle.
Okay. So if these people, so you're saying that these people had bad morals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or morals that you knew that as a unit we didn't necessarily live by.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay that they're my friends. I just need other friends as well.
Yeah, because I think that you have different types of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people have their church friends or their workout buddies or people that they travel with. But it's like you don't always hang out with these certain people. And I don't think they may make some bad decisions. So when we talk about morale, like they may make bad decisions, but overall, I don't think they're bad people.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, we could still have a good time with them. And then they can actually come to you with some sensible stuff. And, they do have goals, but sometimes it's just people get stuck in their ways and things like that.
True.
So it's like, I don't think you have to just cut them off altogether. But it's like, yeah, that shouldn't just be your core circle.
It shouldn't be your core.
Right.
And I agree. It shouldn't be your core.
Mm-hmm.
And like you say, you do have friends for certain things. I think the only part will become where it kind of crosses boundaries within your relationship. Mm-hmm. Things that you wouldn't do necessarily if that friendship is bringing it around you and bringing it into your atmosphere. Mm-hmm. That's where it kind of...
Right. Yeah. And then especially, so I'll ask you guys as well, what things would be like a red flag or a reason where you would actually cut off your friend because of your significant other? So like how you were saying, if something with that friend happens to spill into the relationship, then it could be an issue. Ooh.
What?
I won't know. I'm not going to say it. But
tell me about it.
Okay. But it's just like, if the situation, so like, let's say, let's just say your friend lied on your partner or something.
Uh-huh.
That's something that like causes issues between your relationship. And then you'd have to question like, what's going on here?
Right.
Or why are they behaving this way? And, unfortunately, I don't know if we were listening to something or if I read something somewhere, but this girl, I think it was on a Reddit forum, maybe not, but she was acting like she was friends with this girl, and the girl was dating this guy. Excuse me.
Oh, and then she ended up dating him too.
Yeah. And well, she talked her friend because her friend and the friend's boyfriend were going through issues. And they were married. She talked the friend into, were they married or just together?
I don't think they were married.
Okay, they were dating. But she talked the friend into breaking up with him. And secretly, like she was,
they were married. I know what story you're talking about. Go ahead.
Okay, you can say it because I don't remember it 100%. I might fabricate.
But basically, the couple was going through a hard time, and basically this was the wife's best friend, right. And the best friend talked the wife into divorcing her husband, and once they divorced and split, she was messing with the husband. The best friend was messing with the husband.
Yeah. And in the post that she wrote or wherever we heard it from, like she said in the back of her mind, this was her plan.
Yeah.
So she didn't have good intent, and she wasn't trying to, work it out with him, No, she wanted him.
So you're saying a red flag is someone that is necessarily not pushing you guys to be a union, but trying to
always
divide.
Trying to come divide. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a red flag if they're always trying to divide.
Right. Well, because you have to think about it. Like, yeah, we can get emotional and be in our feelings, and we want people to agree with what we're saying.
Right.
But if you can really sit and your friends giving you logical reasons on why, like, let's say someone's in an abusive relationship, or, the girl or the man that they're with is like manipulative, and they're really pointing out these red flags. Yeah, it may cause a divide in their relationship, but your friend's actually looking at your best interest.
Yeah.
So I think you got to really kind of tease what's going on.
Yeah, you got to really sit down and evaluate what's going on, because it could be a thin line. It could be a thin line, because somebody could always be I guess the word would be divisive towards your
significant other.
Yeah, significant other. If from day one, what if they see all red flags?
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, with certain of my friends' boyfriends, I'll tell them like, no, I don't like them. They're like, why should I mean? And it could be as simple as a vibe. But I would never like do anything to like go in and divide them or anything like that. But I will say they didn't end up working out. I just knew. There's certain people you can just tell.
I'm a red flag identifier too.
Yeah, you're a big observer.
Yeah, I listen to words and I listen to how people talk about certain things, and I've heard some things that just didn't sound right to me.
So what do you guys think? Are you guys with us?
Yeah, are you guys still with us? If anything, what are some valid things that you could see being a problem?
Yeah. And then also, like, what happens if it's the other way around?
Where?
So you have it where the friend doesn't like. Well, I guess we kind of touched on both then.
What?
Like, if the friend doesn't like your significant other.
If the friend doesn't like your significant other, how that should go? I mean, I think they have the right to voice their opinion. You have to. I don't think you're supposed to. So look, I don't think you're supposed to take it right back to your significant other. You're not supposed to just like take it, because it go back to what we were saying. My partner comes first, I would say.
That's for my cheat sheet.
Yes. And this is the thing. What we were saying is, your friend could be right. So that's why you don't just take it off back automatically. So you gotta sit back, watch, try to analyze it.
Notes.
You have to try to subtract your feelings out of it to be able to see what's going on.
Hi, Aunt Marie.
Hey, Aunt Marie. But yeah, you got to pull your feelings out of it and be able to analyze and evaluate what's going on. And then if they were wrong, now I'm wondering, should I ever even say anything? If they was wrong, I'm going right back to them and I'm gonna tell them that you don't know what you were talking about. But I don't know if I would say something to you.
Really? I think
maybe years down the line.
No secrets.
Maybe down the line I would say, this person said this at one point. Blah,
and
blah,
they still your friend? Oh no, gotta go. Okay, oops. Okay.
Because it says, whatever your friend's saying, you have to look at they salty. You have to look at they.
You have to look. Are they salty?
Oh, you have to look. Are they salty and always looking to pull you away, or are they just being honest? She also says, do they tell you when you are wrong or only when your partner is wrong?
That's a good point.
That's huge.
Very good point, because you're not always going to be right. You're not, and you need your friends to be honest with you. And like Saquon was saying earlier, the goal should be to always keep you guys as a couple together, working through your issues. So they have to call you out too when you're in the wrong. Unless
they identify hurt and things not necessarily going down the right path. I think it's okay to say, hey, I don't think this is it.
Yeah, but we're saying if you're wrong, they need to be able to call you out as well. We're not saying that they can't say that.
Right.
Mommy said, no one comes between me and my baby. So I think, hey, Aunt Tanya.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Yes, you have to peep the motives.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think another huge thing comes into play is how long have you been together with your partner? So let's say, scenario, you're just meeting this guy and or woman, and you guys are just talking, and then you bring them around your friends. And your friends are like, I just something just blah, 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 not feeling it, whatever. Yeah. Then I say, okay, tell me more. Why or whatever. But I would still try to fill it out for myself because, I had to trust my own judgment as well. And I started talking to this person for a reason. Now, let's say like all of us here, pretty much everybody who was commenting is married.
Right.
So yeah, at this stage in the game, it's like, you can't tell me about my husband.
Oh yeah, not nowhere now. And I think as far as even in a new relationship, my friends have to say something to me within like the first month or two. Like the first month or two, because you can't be with me around this person, and then month 3 or 4, all of a sudden, all my friends got something to say. I'm not gonna believe you like that. I'm not gonna believe you that much.
Yeah.
What? Because we was all cool just a week ago.
Just a week ago. So that just made me think of something. I think it was I was watching like a Steve Harvey clip, and they were saying, okay.
Cousin Let says, nah, people could be pretenders for like 6 months.
True.
That's true.
That is true. They put their best foot forward for a little while. But I was watching the Steve Harvey clip, and it was this lady who wrote in, and she was like, her boyfriend's friends don't like her, to the point where one or a few of them wrote on her Facebook page stuff crazy to her, and the boyfriend didn't say anything. And she was asking Steve, should I say something to my boyfriend?
Yes. You should say something to him.
I mean, that's a red flag for me.
Yeah, that is a red flag. That is a red flag.
For a few reasons.
For him and his friends.
Well, yeah, because it's like, number one, why is your friend that comfortable writing on my Facebook page?
Well, not even that. Why he that childish?
Why is he that comfortable? He might be childish because that's your friend. I don't know. But why is he that comfortable writing on my Facebook page? What conversations have you guys had about me to make him feel like it's okay to cross that line?
Because he's saying it straight to me, basically, knowing that you can see it
on social media.
Right.
Yeah. And then 2, should I bring it to you? You saw it.
Yeah.
Why the heck didn't you say something?
I mean, no, like after the fact that he don't say nothing, you got to bring it up, though.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's the red flag. I shouldn't even have to come to you. Because I know good and darn well you saw it. And I know your friend probably talked to you about it before posting. Unless he's just, that type of
So if he talked to his friend, do you think that he should have come to you after that and say, hey, I talked to such and such, he's going to delete the post and we talked and this, that, and the third, and he should explain why he felt the way to you? Or because this is another thing that I was thinking about. At that point, right? Is it inappropriate for your partner to hash out their differences with your friend?
So if your friend wrote something to me, is it inappropriate for me to confront them and hash it?
Yeah, well, not like they did. Not like just writing on my Facebook page. But is it appropriate for, let's say those two, right? Is it appropriate for them to have a conversation when they see each other?
I think if you're involved, yes, because it happened to that person. So I think they should be able to speak on it, especially if they don't want to be tacky and write back on Facebook. They can speak on it in public, in person.
Yeah. Wait, if who's involved? The two people, right?
Right. Well, I think okay, let's say me and your friend. Your friend wrote something crazy to me. You talked to them about it. They deleted it. Now, when we see each other in person, I think you should be there. But yeah, I think there could be words said, because it's like, yeah, you said, like, What's going on here?
So let's subtract the Facebook thing, though. Let's say the Facebook thing never happened, and my friend is here, and whether he don't like you or you don't like him, is it appropriate for y'all to just be like, "Hey, I don't like what you're doing. This, that, and the third. Da 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 da."
I think that kind of crosses a line because that's
for who? For both, for either way?
Yeah, especially if it's a new relationship. Because, well, I think for the friend, it's always crossing a line. Because this is your relationship. He can have a conversation with you, but he should never come to me telling me he doesn't like me and is not feeling me.
He shouldn't feel that comfortable.
Never. But as far as me, I mean, I think actually I should still respect that too and come to you and have the conversation versus just going to the friend behind your back and being like,
correct.
I don't like you. I may not like you, but it's like out of respect, like Chichi said earlier, I'm going to keep it cordial and respectful because that's still your friend. And I'm going to talk with you about it. And then we have to come up with some type of compromise or, some type of, resolve. But yeah, so that's what I feel about that.
Okay.
But yeah, we don't. That would be crazy.
So okay, because I know for one, I do think if at any point I should be aware of your feelings that you are annoyed, right? What if something happened right in your face, and it really, really bothered you?
Like, I need an example. Like, happened towards me or happened just I seen them doing something I didn't like?
I guess you see them doing something that you didn't like that it might play the line a little bit of something that I shouldn't, like, you should
even speak up about?
Kinda, yeah.
It depends. I think because I think this doesn't matter whether it's your friend or not your friend. If somebody is doing something like against somebody else or like just doing something really wrong, I think we all have an obligation to speak up.
Okay. Okay.
But if someone's just doing something like being loud or smacking or just something that might be, irk someone's nerves, it's like, okay, that's just annoying, but it's not just really,
annoying stuff.
You don't really have to speak up about that.
Right.
So I think, it depends on what is actually happening.
Right.
But if they're wronging somebody or doing something really wrong, then I would speak up.
What about obnoxiousness?
I mean, I'll be like, we're never going out with them again because this is not the representation. What if they're in our house though? If they're in our home?
Yeah.
Well, then I can ask them, can you lower your voice or could you, not do this or not do that because this is our home.
Right.
So it's just like, I'm not trying to be rude, but could you keep it down?
Right.
My feng shui.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I think everything can be handled with respect. And I think even if you don't like somebody, whether you don't like your partner's friend or one of your friends doesn't like your significant other, I think communication, of course, is number one. And then respect is number two. There can't be like no subliminals, no underhand little comments, sly remarks, faces, all of that.
Nothing good comes from it.
Excuse me. Yeah, nothing good comes from that. So if that happens, then I do think those are red flags and it needs to be addressed and nipped in the bud because peace is so important. And if you have people bickering back and forth or being petty and, all of that, that just causes disharmony in your relationship and your own life. So I think you should address that, immediately.
So I guess. All right. Okay. So is there any point where you say, hey, it's your friend or me?
Ooh, do you ever, okay, guys, answer this in the chat before I answer. Do you ever give an ultimatum? It's either me or them. I want to hear what you guys have to
Or stay firm on saying they got to go.
Certain people. certain people.
Because to a certain extent, I say that's choosing your partner's friends, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know. Let us know in the chat, people.
Yeah. Is it ever okay to give your partner an ultimatum? Let us know. What do you think?
Once things continuously cross the line of our relationship, yes, I think so.
Sorry, guys, we got alarms and phones.
Especially when you understand the issue. You get what I'm saying? If something happens and I'm like, yo, I don't like that, you know, and you're like, okay, yeah, I understand, da 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 da, this, that, and the third, and then it continuously happens, and it's really, really like I said, crossing the boundaries where I don't even think that we would really go like that. Then it's like, all right, you got to choose, because I don't want to have to keep feeling like this all the time. If you know that is wrong too, but you okay with it.
See, that's an interesting one, because never that. As long as respect present, no need. Okay, that's from Aunt Yvonne. And then Aunt Tanya.
Aunt Tanya says, and I'm saying Aunt Tanya, I don't even say that. It depends if the person is disrespecting me or our relationship. Heck yeah. Otherwise, just keep them away from me. Right.
So to me, it's kind of like a tricky situation, because I feel like, I guess I wouldn't necessarily say ultimatum. Maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe back in the day I would have. But to me, it's like I can make the choice to walk away if this no longer serves me. If I feel like this is too much for me and this is causing me too much strife, and as my significant other, this is something that you're going to allow in our relationship, then it's letting me kind of also know about you and your protection of our relationship. So then I may exit stage left, and then it kind of becomes an ultimatum, because it's like, well, if you want me back, you know what you gotta do.
Yeah. So yeah.
So yeah, but I think it would really have to be like they're actually doing something that's really causing issues with us.
Right.
Like, it can't be they're doing things in their personal life where, as long as it's not hurting anybody, you know, where it's like, okay, I just don't like that they do this, and that.
Yeah. Not things like I said, it's kind of like with me, I feel like a thing could be like, if I'm out with my friends, right? And I'm always the DB or whatever. And one of my friends always got to grab a girl from the club and want to do something after. So now I got to wait for you here because I ain't leaving you. And then, you know, and now you making my night longer or whatever. Or if that always is a thing, bro, we can't do this.
Yeah, but I think in that situation, you just don't go clubbing with that
person. Well, yeah, at that point, yeah, you don't. And I mean, and if that's what we do together, that's where that line starts to be like, all right, now we not.
You kind of grow apart.
Right. My G says, yes, have to discuss it with your partner and be honest and say, sorry, I'm not comfortable with the issue. And then in my case, my husband and I respect each other enough to protect each other's feelings.
Yeah. Yep. Like Gigi said also earlier, like, you know, her husband comes first.
Right.
So it's like you just have to kind of weigh it all and really understand what the issue is at hand. And if it's a logical issue, you know, it's because, to me, I think sometimes it's hard though. Let's see.
Yvonne says, my husband and I pretty much.
What's that last word?
Sure.
On Yvonne? WPP. But because sometimes it's hard to just cut somebody off if they didn't do anything to you.
Right.
So it's kind of like, well, they didn't really do anything, but it's like you don't like them, but they didn't do anything. So it's like, why would I just cut them off?
I think sometimes though, the thing that because I didn't have a necessarily issue with well, I didn't like people because I understood what you were saying all the
Mm-hmm.
time. Like these people would be cool, right? So I'm cool with them too. It's not like I don't like them, right? But what happens is I think becomes regular is where um everything just be cool, but it might be stuff where it's just like towards a certain lining where it's like this is always something that's popping up while you're around, and then when you could put on top of that, birds of a feather flock together. Why is this person always doing this with you around?
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't care. They could be cool, but why is this person doing this with you around?
Yeah, I think that's where it just becomes of the time and place that you choose to hang with certain people.
Right. Auntie Vaughn said, my husband and I pretty much know who we would have around one another.
Okay.
By basically the type of people and things like that, you would say?
Yeah, by character, everything
Right.
like that. So, do you guys believe that you have friends that you keep separate from your relationship? Or do you believe that all of your friends should be kind of cordial, like know your significant other?
That's a good one. Of course, my acquaintances, you might not know all of them.
Mm-hmm.
A friend, I think you would know a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, I feel like the only people you wouldn't know, like you kind of said, are acquaintances, people that I kind of just like bump into from time to time, but we're not like we haven't hung out outside of wherever we were initially talking.
Right. Or old friends that you only get to speak to on the phone or something like that, and they don't really get to come around you. You may know of them, but you never seen them.
Right. True. Yeah. So, but I do think that for the most part, your friends should know your significant other.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I do believe that.
Yeah.
What do you guys? What do you guys think? Do do y'all think that you should know all of your partner's friends?
Mm-hmm. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Or is it okay for them to have, you know, if Anivan says, if it's a friend, yeah, associate is different.
Right. Yeah. I agree with that.
So anybody, okay, put it this way. So if your spouse saying, hey, I'm going to the bar with such and such, do you have to know them?
If you're going to the bar with them, if it's the first time, no. But if this becomes like a regular. Okay. It's like, all right, well, let me meet little Jimmy.
Because unless, I mean, anyone they might be around regularly. Yeah. But like work friends probably don't know them. Right. Mm-hmm. And they co-workers. They're not even really friends. Aunt Chichi says, yeah, my close friends are close. Mm-hmm. They know my family and hopefully care about them. Right.
Yeah. And I think that's the kind of friendships that we like to foster, is ones that like kind of become family, like they're close with our family. They can go on trips. They care about you and your well-being as much as they care about mine. I think that's like something I've always wanted. Like you know, even when I said like, oh, I always want to hang out with other couples and things like that, it's just because it's more relatable, and I want people who we can be around and be close with, and have that kind of relationship. Right.
It's fam. Yeah, friends become family sometimes, and
exactly.
that is how I would like it too, because it build to me just more protection for the generations to come, and you know. More of a network, more safety, more opportunity. It's a lot that just comes from it. It's a village. It's
a village, literally. And it's kind of like how we talked about godparents, or who you would leave your child with, God forbid you pass. It kind of bleeds into that. It's like the people closest to you.
Make it hard for people.
Make it hard for me to
Yeah.
choose.
My friends should make it hard for me to choose who I want to pick as a godparent.
Yeah. So, all right.
Yeah, man. I don't even.
It's okay. We can wrap.
All right, though. But anyway, while you guys are here, this is so far. This was a good conversation. If you can, please like this video. Anivana says it's a family community.
Yes.
Right. It is. It takes a lot to successfully raise a human being.
Yeah.
To be very exceptional.
Yes. Building exceptional families so we can uplift the world around us.
Yes. So yes, if you can, please like this video. We'd really appreciate it. If you can, also share this video when you get a chance. Tell a friend to tell a friend about us. Yes, we need to see them here next week.
And then if you guys have any topics that you want us to discuss, please message us, write it in the chat below. We want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. So let us know.
Yes. And sure, if you really have a topic, actually, we'd let you guys come on and talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. If you guys want to come on, let us know.
Yes, and present your topic to our audience.
Right.
Not our audience, our family.
All right, guys.
But all right, though. We want to wrap it up. Thanks for... Go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to say, make sure you like us on Instagram and Facebook at the Powertrip Podcast. And if you want to also email us, you can at thepowertrippodcast@gmail.com. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. And I was just going to say, thank you guys for tuning in tonight with us. Joining in on conversation and being very engaging. We really appreciate it.
As always, you guys are the real MVPs.
Yes.
All right.
Other than that,
good night.
Deuces, people. Good night.